that.
The quetzal, the national bird, symbolizes freedom and graces.
He's cool. I like him. Let's talk about Guatemala. We're just here to learn, react. I don't know a whole lot, so that's always the most fun. So here we go.
What if you could go from standing atop a fiery
What if you could get like that guy's attitude in the beginning?
It's very intense. I'm liking it already. Here we go. That's right.
What if you could go from standing atop a fiery volcano at sunrise to floating through turquoise pools by sunset?
Sounds good. Let's do this.
It's always so beautiful.
In Guatemala, this is not just possible, it's inevitable.
Okay. Oh, man.
There we go.
Fairly good teeth. I mean, teeth have come a long way, you know?
Oh, yeah. Teeth are important to everybody, right? Yeah. Yeah. Nice
Whether
smile.
planning your next journey.
Whenever I see places like this, I'm always like, oh, I wish I owned some property like right there, you know?
Oh, I know, right?
Or wanting to
Right?
learn more about
overlook
Guatemala,
this.
stay with me to explore its varied wildlife, enduring
Like the
traditions,
colors.
and dramatic landscapes.
Yeah, you can really see the red, just how vibrant the people
Yeah.
are. Because
Yeah,
red is a
it's-
very bold, it's extremely bold color.
It's a bold, passionate color, you could say.
Fun
Fun
facts
yes.
about Guatemala.
All right. It's very pretty.
Guatemala, a land of volcanoes, has 37 majestic peaks, including the active Fuego, Pacaya, and Santiaguito.
San de Papuito.
Oh, wow.
Let's get some of this music off here. Okay, so many volcanoes.
Lots of active volcanoes. Okay.
It's also the birthplace of chocolate, as the ancient Maya first cultivated
That's
cacao
right.
here.
That's right. The
Hey.
Mayan.
Chocolate
culture.
is a pretty amazing thing. I love chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
On fashion,
Big time.
traditionally harvesting indigo, the dye behind denim's iconic
Indigo,
blue.
okay.
Oh. Who knew?
That's interesting.
I didn't know you needed. That's.
I didn't know that about Guatemala specifically. I
Has
guess
left its
explains
mark on
the
fashion,
flag colors, too.
traditionally harvesting
That's
indigo,
cool.
the dye behind denim's
So those right there are the reason why denim have their color. Who knew?
iconic blue.
It's also the,
The
name of
country's currency with its vibrant plumage.
Hey.
Wow. How can a bird be
Yeah,
so
that's a cool bird.
colorful?
I
Like,
think the quetzal is on their Guatemalan flag too, holding
Yeah.
like standing on the Constitution there. Yeah, I think.
Mhm.
I'm not sure about that.
I believe it's
Cool.
Yeah, that's their bird.
Yeah. That's a pretty bird.
Guatemala is full of natural wonders. From Lake Izabal, the country's largest lake, to the Pacific coast's striking black sand beaches formed by volcanic activity.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, those black sand beaches are wild.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like if the moon had a beach.
Beneath the waters of Lake Atitlán lie the submerged ruins of Sambaja, a glimpse into the ancient Mayan civilization.
There's always so many ruins, man. It's like everything is a ruin, you know? Like everything is, even, what's it called? I watched a thing about New York City not that long ago, and it's all like, you know, where all that high-end real estate's at. That was all like
Oh, yeah.
Potter, what's it called? The fields? Potter's Fields? When people were poor and they just
Oh
buried 'em.
yeah, where there was
All of it.
It's funny, like my dad has old pictures of Queens, like Queens, New York, from before, like when my, great aunts and uncles grew up, and it was countryside.
Yeah.
Now it's like pure city,
Yep.
but like back in the early 1900s, there was nothing out there.
Nothing.
It's a real mind bender on that.
There was
one.
a lot. There was trees and
Yeah.
agriculture.
Yeah,
and
there was real
animals,
farmland out there.
insects and fruits probably growing. There was like way more life. Now it's just
Yeah.
like the humans and the dogs and whatever, pigeons. and
It's
stuff, but-
human life, right? Humans, dogs, pigeons, and buildings. Yeah. That's pretty.
Look at that. Look at this ruin.
Oh, that's cool.
Now,
That looks so cool.
The thing that gets me often is like, I like ancient structures and all that. And all of this at one point was not all green. This was probably built up and was a thriving civilization. Everything gets buried.
Right.
Everything gets buried. When they found the temples in Egypt, they were all buried. They were all underneath sand, right?
Right.
So what isn't buried? If you see Antarctica, you know, when you see like the little tips and all, that's the top of mountains. That is the top of mountains. It's like the equivalent of the Grand Canyon being completely filled up to all you see is the tippity top of those mountains.
Crazy.
That's what Antarctica is. That's how
Nature
much
will
is there.
always take back what is hers. I've heard it said, and it's true. Like, you know, here's an example. Like, let's assume we're seeing the top of that, but there one time may have been a fully developed city.
It was.
For its day, and now it's overcome by nature.
Yeah.
It's just wild. Yeah.
It happens.
Literally.
It's gonna happen. And then it'll get
Flooded
flooded again.
Ours too.
It gets flooded and then rebuilt, and it's just we're all just like building castles with quicksand, basically, or castles near
Well, it's
the
a good
ocean.
way to put it.
You know.
Right? Yeah.
And it's cool.
True.
And as humans, we just think of it and we're like, oh, it's been there 3,000 years. That's a long time. That volcano is so much older than anything we got, man. It's super old.
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
You're right. Puts things into perspective in a lot of ways too. You know, that volcano is a lot older than the United States, for example.
Sure. And what you're seeing
as a
there,
country.
that's how land gets created. That's literally like how North America, you know, it's fiery hot coming out. It cools down.
Man, I feel the heat.
It shifts. It moves. It's remarkable to think of, like what we actually live on, and we think we control it. I mean, we kind of do, but we don't.
We make order out of the chaos to a degree, but how in control are we? Really?
Look at this. This is a person. See my arrow? These are people.
Mm-hmm.
They're really small. They're really small. That's
Mother Earth.
Oh, that's nice.
Hot spots in the volcanic rocks maintain temperatures of up to 700 degrees Celsius, where visitors can roast marshmallows using the Earth's heat.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool, man. That sounds awesome.
You know, and again, like stupid me, I played a lot of video games and stuff, and you like you know, like your health goes down and you regain health and you think you can trek anywhere. And I see this and I'm like, oh yeah, you could just jump or touch. No, you touch that, like your whole hand's gone. Like you can't get close to it.
It's over.
It's
over.
It's instant death. It's not a place you want to go. You know, it's so beautiful yet so destructive. You know,
it's the power. Yeah.
It's the power. Yeah, it's the Earth's power. I mean, look at that.
Indeed.
That is so
Unlike
big.
Unlike most volcanoes, Pacaya often allows hikers to witness fresh lava flows up close.
Wow. It'd be so great if you know, everybody wishes they were wealthy enough to be able to travel the world, have a guide, stay in a nice hotel, and like go see that. Like, you know, it's just, it's like living. You go to your job, you see the same faces, the same commute. You know, it's like, and then you're like, talk to some person, like you're going for 2 weeks, and like, where'd you go? You're like, oh, I went up close and I saw these lava, and they'd be like, what? Like, that's not normal life. That's awesome life. You know, that's awesome living.
It's very cool. Yeah. It's very cool to see that. Look at the lava fields in Iceland. Now they're all kind of crusted over, but they told us, do not cross. This is a tiny little rope.
Wow.
You know, do not cross that line, because they said the crust is so thin, you'll go into basically we see on the video, and it's not good.
No,
you're finished.
Really, really good.
Yeah. So it's just amazing how Earth is its living, breathing planet still.
Sure.
And I think
we don't know too much about it. We don't even know what's in the oceans.
You're right. Yeah, the oceans remain unexplored in a lot of respects. Yeah.
So let's check out. This is a lake. I'm not going to try to pronounce it.
Oh, that looks nice.
By one of Earth's largest volcanic explosions.
Wow.
The lake's waters reach depths of over 300 meters, making it the deepest in Central America.
Wow, they're deep. That's often, I wonder that when I look at water a lot. I'm like, how deep is that? He just said it's some of the deepest water. So like
deepest in Central America, which is deep. I imagine.
That's deep. Well,
that's deep.
Guatemala. Okay, I know where Guatemala is. It's kind of in that like part of the land where it's all connecty down there. Like it gets to be like
Yeah, it connects
Venezuela,
like North and
Guatemala.
South America.
Yeah.
So you have like right below Mexico, you have Guatemala, Belize. If anyone wants to pull up a map, Honduras, El Salvador, and then Costa Rica, Panama.
job.
So it's kind of like those, however many countries, they make up like what we, Central America. In fact, I think they were all at one time a country called the United States of Central America or something like that.
You
And
know,
then they obviously split into 5. Yeah.
when I look at that on a map, I often kind of get mad at like humans because because you can drive from North America, even Canada, all the way to South America. But since there's these disputed territories and there's so much like thieving and robbery, it'd be nice if we lived in a society that you could do that. Like there was a road that was a beautiful road that would go all the way through North America and all through there, and you could go to South America,
cool, right?
and then you could even go to Africa, or Egypt above there. Like it's pretty incredible.
I dream of that in a way, and perhaps it's a bit idealistic, but I do dream of that, like a kind of open world where, look, there are different laws in different countries and stuff, but to be able to go through relatively freely across boundary, kind of like in the European Union in a way. It's like this brotherhood of people. I can go from Spain all the way over to Poland, and I don't have to show my passport, really. I could just, once I'm in that Schengen zone, I could just go. Well, as if I'm crossing from Pennsylvania to California.
The problem is people inherently are going to try to hurt and take from each other because there's pretty much always going to be hungry people, poor people. And like as soon as that happens, territories come. And the easiest thing you could do is just hold somebody up to go over a bridge. I mean, because there's only one way to go. And that inherently is the problem. It's a human problem,
Oh, yeah, it's part of the human condition. I want to protect what's mine.
Yeah, I want to take yours.
Resources are scarce, right? So I've got to care for mine. And hey, look, if you're lucky enough to be on my side of where the line is drawn, let's say, great. If you're not, hey, you'll figure it out. I'm being kind of kind.
It's a lot easier.
You figure it out on your own.
It's a lot easier to rob and steal and be violent than it is to be kind. It's a lot easier. Okay, let's check.
The illusion
Santander,
of scarcity,
the main thoroughfare, vibrates with life
go.
as Maya vendors display their distinctive textiles, each pattern representing different highland communities.
One guy's smart in this picture.
Maya cultures are so interesting too.
This guy wears his backpack in front of him, which is very smart.
That's it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Another good little traveler tip, depending on where you are. This is a good idea to put the backpack in front.
Look at that. It's
a front pack, if you
kind of bland looking from the top. It's just like kind of,
Yeah, it's wild, right? I mean, it looks cool, but it's probably more lively when you're walking through it.
Yeah, there's no purples
than from the aerial.
Blues. Like there's a little blue, but it just looks kind of samey. There you go. That's better.
Here we go.
The town's position offers the lake's most spectacular views with 3 volcanoes, San Pedro, Toliman, and Atitlán, perfectly framed across the water.
Bonita.
Yeah, again, beautiful place, of course. So let's get into an actual major city here. Let's check out Guatemala City.
Oh, here we go.
Sprawled across a highland valley, Central America's largest city unfolds as a complex tapestry of history and modernity.
Yes. Nice. Like a city, right?
Yeah, a lot of trees. Can't get away from them.
Yeah, look at that.
Nice.
Oh,
Zone
my house.
1,
Yeah.
the historic
real
center,
building.
showcases the
Now they make these like wooden. I mean, that's a real building.
neoclassical National Palace with its distinctive green patina, while the Metropolitan Cathedral dominates the central plaza with its massive structure that survived centuries of earthquakes.
Wow.
There it is in totality. Cool. You get a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Mountains and big city. Guatemala.
I like it. I like these. Oh, look at that.
The city's
colorful
layout follows a numbered zone system, each area with its distinct character. Zone 10's modern hotels and restaurants contrast with Zone 4's artistic revival in street art.
Oh, they got it all figured out. They got zones.
Like they zoned it out like this. Yeah, I was going to say, this is interesting. Different cities organize themselves, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like what if I owned like, I don't know, I just want to own one of these. Let me pick one here. Here we go. I want, I don't know. Give me this building right here. I'll take this shithole.
I'll take the National Palace. That looked pretty sweet.
That looked better.
I could stand it.
Maybe this yellow house over here.
Wouldn't be so bad, right?
Man, your neighbors be like, who's the gringo?
Oh, I know. Yeah, it'd be hard for me to blend in, I guess, huh?
Let's get the outro here. See what's going on. All right, so basically a heavily volcano area, lots and lots of history, and obviously built on former civilizations. It's beautiful. Yes. Oh, there they are. Here they are.
It's your turn to decide which of these breathtaking.
I went to Tulum in Mexico, and it looked very similar to that.
Oh, nice. You've seen that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
They showed the spot where they would sacrifice people and all, and there was like bloody hands on the stones and all.
Taking destinations would you visit first?
To an area like that, seen these pyramids, so I would love to do that one day.
They look literally just like that. That's exactly how they look.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's sprawling. It's like they mow the grass, and then you see these big giant steps. There's a lot of them steps everywhere.
That's neat.
Look at that. It's a perfect example of like how
we run up them like Rocky, right?
as humans, we just try our best to make like nests, right? Like homes on Earth. You can see it here. The mountain pretty much won. I mean, it's nestled in there, but it's really hard to build. It's difficult. Look at the terrain. It's unforgiving.
I know, right? Could you imagine? You're up there, and it's a nice little. Yeah, it's nice looking though.
Yeah, it's cool.
At least from up here, so to speak, the aerial view.
That is extremely high up. Because when you're down there, you're like, oh, cool. This is nice. This is big. And you go a little further up, and you're like
a house, a tree. Mostly trees.
It's mostly in the trees.
Yeah.
If exploring Guatemala inspired you,
all right, let's get that out of here. All right, that was cool. Little random, but that's how else do you learn? You just look.
That's nice. Yeah.
And Guatemala's pretty cool. I doubt I'll ever go, but I've been to Mexico, so I was somewhat.
That's cool. That's very cool. I have been to Mexico. I've just never been to one of the major cities. It's actually a little island off the southeastern coast of Mexico, really. But I would like to see Mexico, more of it. Guatemala, of course.
Yeah.
Central America, at least the safer parts.
I'd like to see Mexico City. That's a big cool city.
Yeah, that would be fascinating. I'd love to see that. That'd be so interesting, just to kind of,
maybe we could just do a video. It's probably about the best we can do.
Video.
But all right, that was cool. Guatemala, very, very interesting, and I learned something too.
That's good. Me
go.
too.